Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis. And wow, has the entire market shifted greatly. Let's refresh everything. Let's check it out. So we are currently up almost 4%. Bitcoin is up about almost 8%, almost up 35% on the 7-day span. And we also see Ethereum kind of up a little bit, 1.75%. Nothing too crazy with that in mind. A lot of these assets are kind of just ranging as Bitcoin dominance is fairly high. I will be addressing that in a later video today or in a live stream. I got to see what I want to do here still. But overall, today we're going to be talking about one specific asset. We're actually going to be talking about XLM, as we do see some exciting news. We also see it peaking over some significant levels. I'm going to be talking about that and actually addressing that as well. But we do see that the volume is up about 55.4%, which is significant. It's nothing to undermine or anything like that. We're going to be addressing that, and we're going to be talking about that as well. So with that being said, if you guys do like daily crypto content, and if you guys have been enjoying it lately, if you guys aren't, new to the channel, definitely hit that like button. Also, if you are new to the channel, definitely consider subscribing and turning notifications on, as it does help the channel grow immensely. So with that being said, let's just jump into it. So if you guys do see this, so we are seeing a major launch of a new, pretty much, it's like a wallet, right? And this is actually fairly interesting to see. This is actually built on Stellar. So we do see our public waitlist release. For most of you, this is one of the most important of all. Please note the public release will wait until all the feedback received from the users has been processed in the app. Now, this was going to pretty much start on the 1st of September. Right? This started with mods and investors, and these are the phases of, pretty much all of that, and then the final phase is full launch, with the full launch being on the 1st of November. Now, why is this significant? Why is this even, interesting for Stellar or XLM? Well, very simple, right? MobiPay is a mainstream company built upon the Stellar network, creating the pathway for a universal banking and payment app, with instant transactions and close to zero fees. Each transaction made on the Stellar network has a comparatively low fee of about a fraction of a lumen. Now, when we're talking about this, right, this is essentially what I would call, it's almost like a wallet, but it's more so like, just a payment app. But look at the connections that this app actually has. I mean, these are all the retail partners, and these are huge partners. We're seeing, Uber Eats, Banana Republic, Bed Bath & Beyond. I mean, these are some big named companies. I mean, and it stretches pretty much everywhere. You see Nike on there. You see eBay, Target. There's so many names, and the list goes on as well, because we do also see retail partners, Amazon, FedEx. There's AMC, Walmart, JCPenney, Dell, Best Buy, Microsoft. So this could be very interesting, and it could really open a lot of doors. Again, when I was talking about XLM for a very long time, I've discussed multiple times why when we compare XLM, right, we always compare XLM to, XRP or other assets in this space, but Stellar or XLM, it could stretch out beyond P2P and retail demand, but it's mostly for retail phases. This is mostly for retail customers, retail partners, just pretty much normies, right? Just anybody who could utilize this on a daily basis, because this is going to unlock the doors for a lot of retail use cases. And then when we look at like things like XRP and stuff, it's more so built for B2B and banking sectors. Don't get me wrong, we could also see, XLM be utilized within that space as well. I'm just saying right now this is more so focused on retail use just at the moment. Now, today we did see a breakthrough in regards to a major partnership. We actually look here, we've seen Moneygram announces an innovative partnership with the Stellar Development Foundation to utilize blockchain technology. Now, if we go back a little bit, Stellar originally wanted to purchase Moneygram. So this is actually very interesting to see come out in regards to a partnership. Now, this does enable digital wallets connected to the Stellar network to access Moneygram's global retail platform, providing a bridge between digital assets and local currencies for consumers. And like I was saying, it's a lot for retail use. If you read this, it's a global retail platform. It's all for retail consumers. Now, again, we do see our partnership will also revolutionize settlement flows by facilitating near-instant settlement in USDC. Again, P2P payments, this is what I was talking about. Moneygram is the global leader within that space. MoneyGram no longer is partnered with Ripple or XRP, if you will. We've seen that already come to fruition once the SEC lawsuit came up, but this is more so P2P, involved anyways. Now, of course, when we look at this, MoneyGram's network integrated with Stellar blockchain and facilitated through Circle's USD coin or USDC will enable cash funding and payout in local currency for consumers using USDC, as well as near instant backend settlement capability. So this is pretty cool to see overall. Now, again, it also provides the ability to seamlessly convert USDC to cash or cash to USDC. This increases the utility and liquidity of digital assets while also enabling more consumers to participate in the digital economy. The impact of this partnership is expected to grow as more wallets and companies join the Stellar network. So, this is going to get very, very interesting as we do look forward on in time. Now, again, they are also mentioning a few quotes here. They're talking about enabled settlement in regards to that fast, 3 to 5 second, settlement period or finality, if you will. And it also allows for a lot more connectivity through crypto and digital currencies with fiat. So it's more like a bridge, and they even say that here as well. They're well positioned to continue to be the leader in building bridges to connect digital currencies with local fiat currencies. Again, we've been talking about that for a fairly long time on this channel, and I think that this is great to see overall. Now, again, they do say this partnership is a shining example of how blockchain technology and stablecoins bring new opportunities to global customers and enhance the existing financial system. Guys, I'm just going to say right now, the partnership is scheduled to go live in select markets in 2021 with further international rollout planned in 2022. 2022 is going to be great. We also see MoneyGram has grown to serve nearly 150 million people around the world in the last 5 years just alone. So this is a huge partnership, especially with Stellar. Again, I've talked to you guys about how big XLM could actually become. It's huge in Australia. It's huge around the world as well, with a lot of terminals pretty much spreading around in, those nice, overseas countries, and also places where a lot of, ODL demand is as well. So this could get very, very interesting in the long-term things, but we've also been seeing a lot of development coming from the Stellar team with not too much price appreciation, right? We're still sitting under 34 cents. Actually, just to see where this has gone in the last year to date. The all-time high up here at around 77 cents, and it's just been kind of sitting stable. It didn't even hit its all-time high. I think that this is such a steal at these prices because we even go back to September, right? So this isn't too far away from our current date. And we do see Voton. I hope that I said that name right. I know a lot of people pronounce it differently, but it is what it is. To develop payment solution in Spanish regulatory sandbox with support from PwC, Stellar Development Foundation. Now, I know that this isn't a huge, huge partnership or anything like that, but this is also building out, again, more and more development on the ecosystem. SDF provides grant up to $850,000 to support payment solution integration onto Stellar. This is all built around payment-driven solutions for, cross-border payment flows. We're talking about cross-border payments just in general, right? But we also talk about inclusion around the entire world within digital payments, payments in general. We're talking about a digital economy, pretty much marching forward into working with central banks and financial institutions, as we even do see down here. Again, this could get very, very interesting as we do adapt to these new regulations, these new compliances, especially with ISO 222 tokens. I think that this is great to see, and they do share the vision that the financial services industry is ready for a digital revolution. Again, a lot of people undermine XLM because they are in XRP or they're in other assets. I am not biased towards one asset. I don't think one asset's going to, outshine the other or anything like that. I think Stellar is doing incredible things in the P2P and retail sector, as well as even in the financial service sector as well, with digital payments and all that kind of stuff. So XLM is a great choice. Very low cost asset right now as well at around 34 cents, and it continues, right? We do see our Bit and Stellar Development Foundation selected as finalists for the Global CBDC Challenge. They are basically announced as one of the top 15 finalists for the Monetary Authority of Singapore's Global CBDC Challenge to develop and showcase retail central bank digital currency solutions. And again, notice what it's saying: retail central bank digital currency solutions. Again, this is to help retail demand kind of grow. I'm not saying, and I'm not undermining XLM in regards to, working with banks or working with things like that, but I think that it is one of the high tier assets that doesn't get the, shine in the market that it deserves. Because it is making a lot of noise in development, but just not a lot of noise in price. But I think that that will soon catch up. Now, we do see that it did receive over 300 submissions from more than 50 countries as well. And, being selected as one of the top 15, that's great to see. But we do see that, this could march forward in with interoperability within CBDCs, which I've also been talking about for a very long time on this channel. I think interoperability is such a undervalued gem use case in this space, especially compared to most. Now, again, this goes all the way back to even July 13. Leading Asian crypto exchange Liquid enables Stellar USDC. Now, this was such a huge thing because now, if we go back to all of these, right? This all goes hand in hand with USDC, especially the Moneygram aspect, right? It's all instant settlement in USDC. USDC, in my opinion, could become the #1 choice as the US stable coin if they could regulate it, as they are trying to do so. So I think that this could be pretty big in the end game of things. So overall, when we're talking about XLM and we're talking about the price, right? So overall, I've been watching the price for XLM for a very long time. I said that we need to break out of that 32-cent resistance point, especially going back on the weekly zone. You can really kind of see that. I think the next main target point for XLM to really kind of break out above, or I should say break to and break above it and retest a major high, is somewhere around the 40-cent fractal. I think that once we can get above the current, resistance point up here at around 42 cents, that's going to be the change of heart. On the weekly, you could really kind of see the major resistance points being printed. A lot of it is up at around that 40-cent fractal level, so we really want to break above that point up here. So I'm not too excited right now. I am excited that we broke out of the pretty much 27.5 to 32.6 cent level. That was the major chop zone that I've been talking about for pretty much over a week now on this channel. But overall, I think that the price action for XLM looks fairly good. I think that this chart looks very, very bullish. Of course, this chart is not showing us the past cycle or anything like that in regards to price action. I don't even think that Bitstamp shows us that because, so there's not too much, price, data to really kind of look at here. But overall, when we're talking about the past cycles, I think that this will outshine the past cycle very, very easily. I think once we break above this all-time high now at around 80, 7 cents, somewhere around here, I think that we'll retest the all-time high up at about $1.04 on some exchanges. On Binance, it's showing $1.04. I know on some it shows like 94 cents and so forth. But once we break out of this, I think that we go into price discovery where we could see highs at around $2.50 to even $5 at the end of the bull run. I'm very bullish on XLM. I'm very bullish on XLM in the long-term growth aspect as well. I think that this is such a great asset, especially when we're talking about retail and B2B demand. All that kind of stuff goes hand in hand with a lot of these assets, and I think XLM is really kind of positioned to really kind of catapult themselves within the P2P and retail scene. And I know a lot of people, think that the retail and P2P scene is actually, not too much money, but it is a huge amount of money, especially when we're talking about something as big as Stellar Lumens to really kind of disrupt that scene. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on. If you guys want more free content, you guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. As always, I hope that you all have a beautiful day or a beautiful night, wherever you guys are in this beautiful world. This has been Nick. Peace out, guys.